ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, big news for Call of Duty fans this week. Black Ops 4 was officially revealed. Activision unveiled a bunch of new trailers and information regarding this brand new upcoming Call of Duty game. And basically, the biggest pieces of news that were unveiled at this special event were Zombie mode is coming back, of course. There's going to be 3 to 4 new zombie modes in Black Ops 4. They look very interesting. They showed off a Roman Colosseum with gladiators that become zombies, and you're a group of 4 people and you essentially have to fight these zombie hordes off. And I guess that's going to incorporate into various other zombie modes in the game as well. Next, they announced that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will not have a campaign story mode. So for the first time ever, a Call of Duty game is going to be multiplayer, online focused only. So no version of the game is coming with a story mode. And some people are kind of upset about this, but the reason for this is Activision, which is the company that owns Treyarch and Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, basically the developers that develop the Call of Duty series. It alternates between 3 different development studios. The Black Ops series is by Treyarch, if I'm not mistaken, and the Modern Warfare series is by Infinity Ward. But basically, Black Ops 3, they looked at the trophy analysis data, and they found out that 10% of the people that bought the game actually played the story mode to completion, whereas all the other Call of Duty games that came before it was always 70-80% of the people that bought the game finished the story mode. So since barely anyone played it last time in Black Ops 3, they decided to completely focus on multiplayer for this game. So that's their reasoning behind it. And now for the biggest piece of news here. There's going to be online multiplayer, of course. So if you love Call of Duty, all your favorite modes that aren't zombie modes, of course, are still going to be in the game. You know, you're going to be able to have Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All and all these other great modes. So don't worry about that. But the big piece of news that came out of this announcement was Black Ops 4 is going to have a Battle Royale mode. And apparently the developers are big fans of games of PUBG and Fortnite, so they really like those games. So they decided to make this new Call of Duty have a special side mode called Blackout. And what the Blackout mode is the biggest, absolutely biggest map the Call of Duty team has ever worked on. And it's going to have lots of key locations from previous Call of Duty games. So already people are saying that since they're bringing back fan favorites, fan favorite maps, they're obviously going to have a Nuketown map that's going to be a Tilted Towers or something. So that'll be really interesting. But yeah, they're going to have a Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty. They didn't say how many people. Some are saying that it's not going to be 100 players. It's probably going to be 40 or 60 players. But a lot of people are saying towards the high 80s is even possible. So I'm curious to see what they can do with their net code for the game. I know a lot of players online in the same server is very complicated, so hopefully they work something out for that. But just imagine being in a huge Call of Duty like map in Black Ops 4 and just getting to be the last one standing and explore like various maps and locations in this huge area. So wow, I'm really excited about this. And a lot of people, I'd say a certain amount of people are kind of negative about this online because they don't want a Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty, which is understandable. But my reasoning is, if you don't like it, there's still the normal multiplayer and there's still the normal zombie modes. And a lot of people that would never buy Call of Duty are probably going to check the game out now just because it has a Battle Royale mode. Like, there's tons of people that are Fortnite fans that aren't necessarily Call of Duty fans. So, come this, fall season when Call of Duty releases, I can really see those people possibly buying the new game just to experience this new Battle Royale mode, especially if Activision promotes it correctly. So, lots of big news about Call of Duty. They're going to have some new gameplay trailers and things at E3, and going to reveal some new stuff in the next coming weeks. So, yeah, prepare for a lot more information about this game if you're interested. And, whoa, that was a lot of Call of Duty news. Okay, next, Fortnite. Fortnite this week added, well, it basically had an update, and it added a new special limited time mode. And it's a solo competitive mode where players that are more experienced, really good at the game, can compete with other players around the world to be the number one in the leaderboards. And you can essentially win V-Bucks if you score high enough on Epic Games' leaderboards for this mode. So you just have to keep playing this mode. You have to keep getting number one, winning, getting a victory royale, and getting a lot of kills as well, because I heard that if you manage to get a victory royale in this mode, but you only got like 2 eliminations, it's not going to be counted as high as someone that, let's say, gets 13 eliminations and wins a victory royale. So you're going to have to consecutively play like 10 or 50 games in a row where you constantly come first place and you get a lot of kills. So it's really for the best players out there, and if you manage to win, you get free V-Bucks essentially, because there's lots of V-Bucks for prizes. There's a first and second place, so that's really cool. So to any of my subscribers out there, I know some of you are really good at this game. You should definitely try to play the limited time solo mode. Maybe get some free V-Bucks as well. I'm not even gonna bother trying, because there's no way that I could ever win anything in that mode. I essentially have to practice and practice until I could get at least decent, but it's still a really nice thing that Epic Games did this for all the pro players out there. I bet Ninja and Myth and all those other guys are totally gonna get like the first and second and third places, so that'll be interesting to see. Battlefield 5 is going to be revealed in a live stream on May 23rd. So in about a week, like next week, we're going to have brand new information regarding this DICE-developed FPS game. I'm a big fan of the Battlefield series. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what Battlefield 5 is going to be like. Hopefully it does not have any loot boxes and stuff like Battlefront 2 that completely ruined that game. So hopefully EA and DICE learn their lesson with Battlefield 5 now and release a really good game. So can't wait to see what they reveal. And Overwatch, Blizzard this past week or so, has been teasing the new upcoming anniversary event coming to Overwatch in an update on May 22nd. And just like the last year's anniversary event, all skins, emotes, icons, dances, and stuff are coming back. The anniversary event basically has dance moves for every single character in the game. They're some of the best emotes, and now's the only time you can get them, so if anyone out there plays Overwatch, I recommend you guys log on May 22nd and be sure to buy or play some of the new modes and try to unlock some of the new emotes and character icons and sprays and stuff in the game. There's a lot of new skins. A lot of them are pretty cool. So Blizzard is teasing each new skin in the upcoming days. And every person that logs in for the first time on May 22nd, when this event launches, is going to get a free legendary loot box, which means you're going to get at least one legendary skin. So no matter what, you're going to get a legendary skin if you log in to Overwatch. So be sure to do that and get your free skin. I can't wait to see what I get. Kingdom Hearts 3. So, I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. I love all the games. I've played every single Kingdom Hearts game. And, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally coming out this year. There was a special event this week where certain people could go visit Kingdom Hearts 3 playable demo booths. They were really exclusive, like you had to be invited to these events to actually play the games. And one person actually leaked images from this event, and they weren't supposed to, and got kicked out and stuff. But they're on the internet, and here are the images right now, so anyone can take a look at them. They basically show off the Wreck-It Ralph world, the Toy Story world, and some characters, you know, like Buzz Lightyear and Woody. So, yeah, I can't wait for this game. It's going to be so much fun. The Kingdom Hearts games are one of my favorite game series, so really excited by these screenshots. Pokemon. So, for all you Pokemon fans out there, Pokemon is going to be getting new information about the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game that's coming out. Apparently, in the next few weeks, new info is going to come out about this upcoming Nintendo Switch Pokemon game. So, it's going to be the new generation. The last gen was on 3DS. So, this new Pokemon game is going to be a Switch exclusive, of course. And a lot of people are speculating what it's going to be called. I'm really excited for it. I remember when Pokemon X and Y came out on the 3DS, and that was a really big deal because it was the first, like, new big Pokemon generation for a new system. And they're going to be doing that same thing again for the Switch this time, so I'm going to be buying Pokemon. I can't wait to play this new version. Hopefully they show off a trailer, some gameplay. I can't wait to see what they announce in the next few weeks. So, this is a rumor from an industry insider. But, the Pokemon, developers already said last year that they're working on a Pokemon game for Switch. So, it's pretty much confirmed that we can expect at least something in the next few weeks around E3. Rage 2. So, Bethesda revealed the trailer for Rage 2. So if you remember last week I talked about how Walmart in Canada leaked a bunch of E3 games. Well, one of them was Rage 2, and Bethesda just decided to quickly announce the game instead of having all the stuff leaked about it. So there's a trailer online, there's a gameplay trailer, some screenshots. The game looks a lot like Mad Max, if you guys watch the movie Mad Max Fury Road. Kind of like post-apocalyptic, crazy desert stuff going on. Looks like a lot of fun. Definitely something that Bethesda it fans are going to really enjoy. So yeah, there's a trailer for that. The game's coming out on Xbox One, PC, and PS4, so it's coming out on all the big systems out there. Next, some sad news for Sony PlayStation Vita fans. The PlayStation Vita is Sony's current generation handheld system that was basically, let's say, discontinued very early into its life. You can still find it in stores, but barely any games are coming out for it anymore, and they just came out with information that Sony is halting production of the PlayStation Vita cartridges. So as of next year, 2019, March of next year, you're not going to be able to purchase PlayStation Vita cartridges anymore because they're not going to be printed or manufactured. And what this means is, that means they're completely over the PlayStation Vita. Any developer that has a new game coming out will not be able to have a physical copy of the game, and most likely will have to release it digitally on the PlayStation Network store instead. So it's kind of sad because I really like the PlayStation Vita. Even though a lot of people did not buy it, I was one of the few that actually did. And I had a lot of fun playing games like Persona 4 Golden on the system. Platinum Games this week teased that they're working on a brand new action title that is super secret and that we don't know anything about yet. So it's kind of a bizarre announcement that they're working on something, but they can't show us anything. I love Platinum Games. Platinum makes some of the greatest games out there. Bayonetta, The Wonderful 101. Really love those games. They also made Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance and Nier Automata. So tons and tons of great action games. So when they say they're working on a really good game, that means they're working on a really good game. So hopefully this means we're going to get a trailer maybe at E3, or if not at TGS later this year. So can't wait to see what Platinum has in store for us. A rumor came out this week that Retro Studios previously worked on the Metroid Prime series. Not sure if any of you are familiar with the Metroid Prime series, but the first two games came out on the GameCube, and the third game came out on the Nintendo Wii. Very good games, critically acclaimed, very good review scores, lots of people played them. And then they worked on the Donkey Kong Country series. And now, apparently, according to this rumor, Retro Studios is working on a Starfox game for the Nintendo Switch. But, get this, instead of a traditional Starfox game where you go around in, like, spaceships and other flying vehicles, this is going to be a Grand Prix type racing game, like futuristic racing game. So a lot of people are really curious about what this could be. It's still a rumor, so it could be completely false. But the idea of having a Starfox racing game does intrigue me. I like the Starfox games, so I think a racing game set in the Starfox universe actually makes sense. So I hope this actually is true, and hopefully we get an E3 trailer, during the Nintendo Switch Direct event. Some new Final Fantasy VII Remake news this week. Can't wait for this remake to come out. I love Final Fantasy VII. One of the greatest games ever made. Apparently, the original music composer from the first Final Fantasy VII game, Nobuo Uematsu, and I completely said his name wrong, it's a Japanese name, but Nobuo Uematsu try to say that 3 times fast. He's basically coming back to compose the music for the remake. So I'm really excited about that. Uematsu is one of the, I'd say, most talented composers in the video game industry. He makes amazing tracks. Some of the best tracks, I think, that I've ever listened to for video games. If you don't believe me, just go check some Final Fantasy music. It's really good. But yeah, he's going to be part of the development team for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So just like he worked on the original game, he's coming back to work on the remake. So I'm very happy about that, and a lot of other fans are as well. Next, Koei Tecmo, the developers behind the Fire Emblem Warriors game and Zelda Hyrule Warriors game. You've probably seen these games on the Wii U, 3DS, and Nintendo Switch. They're basically games that take characters from their respective series and pit them in like huge arenas where you just battle like infinite waves of enemies and you have to complete missions and objectives and stuff. They're a lot of fun. Well, this week, Koei Tecmo, I hope I'm saying that name right, Koei Tecmo, said that they would really like to work with Super Mario characters and the Mario series. So the idea of having like a Mario Warriors game sounds really cool. So hopefully this means they're actually working on some game, or maybe they're asking Nintendo if they can work on a game for them. So I think the idea of a Mario Warriors game sounds pretty cool. Next, some bad news for Shenmue fans. Shenmue 3 has been delayed to next year. So, yeah, a lot of people kind of expected this because the game still seemed like it needed a lot of work. But the developers kept saying that it was on schedule and stuff, but all of a sudden this week they announced that it's being delayed and it will not be releasing this year, but it's releasing next year sometime in 2019. They need to polish the game and just completely redo some things, so that's why it's going to take a while. But I'm still very excited about this. I can't wait to play Shenmue 3. And hopefully this means that Shenmue 1 and 2 will get a release so people can experience those games in HD on the PS4 before the new Shenmue 3 comes out. So it's all good in my opinion. And lastly, No Man's Sky. I should actually play No Man's Sky on the channel. I've had it since it came out. I really like the game. It's a lot of fun to explore different planets and stuff, but No Man's Sky is coming out on the Xbox One in July. On July 24th is when it releases, and apparently a new patch or update is coming out for the game called No Man's Sky Next. And this next update, that's basically what it's called, Next, is going to add online multiplayer to the PS4 version, and the Xbox One version is automatically going to have it included, I think. So this means that players are going to be able to like encounter or work together in some way in No Man's Sky now. So that's really cool. I really want to play this new like mode once it comes out, online mode or multiplayer mode. No Man's Sky is a really fun game that I felt like a lot of people criticized initially because it didn't come with some of the features that were promised. But after the game's released, the developers worked for hours and hours, for months and months, and basically kept updating the game for free and adding tons and tons of new content to the game. So right now, No Man's Sky is amazing compared to when it launched, when it barely had any of the features that lots of fans wanted. So if you haven't checked out No Man's Sky, I might do a video of it on the channel just showing off some gameplay, not sure yet. But definitely go check out some gameplay videos on YouTube if you're not familiar with the game, because it's a lot of fun. Just, you go on different planets and you can mine resources, and any planet that you want to go to, you can visit. You just get on your spaceship and fly there. It's amazing. Well, that's all for this week, so thanks for listening and watching this ASMR Gaming News video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So long.